Hello folks, I wanted to do this video. I spent the last couple of days talking to an employee of Crowne Plaza Hotel. And so it's a mixture of emails going back and forth, and of course phone calls that I had with this person. And I'm going to try to disguise this person as much as possible and hide them, so I might say some things that to throw off who the identity of this person might be. He has a lot to say, and so I tried to put it in her words as much as possible. Some of the language I had to clean up, some of the slang, things like that, you know, instant writing. I tried to keep it as real as possible. But this person has been there a long time, and they were there the night all this went down. And so I just want to relay some of the parts of the conversations and emails that we've had. Like I said, he was there the weekend of September 8th, 9th, and 10th when all this went down. I'll just refer to this person as he. Keep it simple. He said they need to look at the owner and manager. These people are pure evil. The mother of the daughter came to the hotel, and she looked so phony, crying, but no tears, Sherry. I feel she sacrificed her daughter. Nobody walks in the freezer then takes their clothes off. The mother got paid, and she's not looking for any killer. It's all fixed. I asked him if Kenneka was killed that night or killed elsewhere, and then brought back into the hotel and dumped in the freezer. He said other employees was saying they killed her in the basement, but they could have just brought her back in. That place is busy down there all the time. There's areas of the hotel employees are not allowed to go into. Doors are locked, hallways. You have to have special permission by the manager to be in them. So there is an area of the hotel, and you've probably seen it in the lobby footage. When you walk past the front desk and you go back to that wall and turn left, you'll often see people coming out of that area. Mostly just these kids that were involved that Friday night, because those areas down that way, you have to have special permission by the manager to be in. No employees are allowed to walk down into those areas. All those areas they show where Kenneka was walking are locked and blocked off. No one just wanders into those areas. No one is allowed in those areas. And these rooms and kitchens are locked and blocked off just from employees themselves. These are his words, folks. Do you think Kenneka just wandered into them? It was scripted and staged. It's all fake. This is what he's saying. James Coleman and Carl Nesbitt were there. He was confirming pics I already had off video footage. It's a lot of doors we could never go in. And Sherry, it was a few rooms that always had an odor to it, but never paid attention at the time. But now everything coming clear. And yes, James and Carl was there. Them two are so evil. Something about them. It's so crazy. People are still booking rooms there. The mother sacrificed her child for a lot of money. The organs alone they're going to get a lot of money from. But Sherry, this world is very dark, you know. The security guard shown in the footage has never even been in that hotel before that night. There wasn't even a real security uniform that the hotel uses, the one that the security guard had on. And notice none of the employees in the hallways and in the kitchen areas have on Crowne Plaza uniforms. All of the footage of Kenneka walking in the hallways was scripted and faked, he said. The parties, the live videos were all reenactments and fake. Sis, you're on point about the medical examiner, and I mentioned this in my last video, and I'm going to show snippets of it at the end of this one, so you know what this person is referring to. I never saw the security guard before. I've been working there blah blah years. shit was fixed. People who killed her was real Satanists who just come for killing. Because I asked why Terry Cooper was there that night, the high-ranking 33rd degree Mason in Chicago. It's 32nd or 33, I think it's 32nd. And this person said people who killed her, real Satanists, they come there just for killing. People take in the organs then leave. But the owner knows what's going on, and the manager. The mother was paid off for a better life, living in poverty all her life, never had shit. I was asking this person about the organ transport cases in and out of the hotel lobbies. And he told me, he said people come there all the time. And you'll see them at the front desk, they'll disappear for several hours, and then they leave. They never check in and get a hotel room. They're just there for a couple hours and leave with things. People don't know her daughter was, I'm not going to say that word, but I'll say screwing guys for money. People don't know. She'd been there a couple of times meeting older gentlemen at different rooms, doing the do for money. I guess that's doing the deed. And the men she was seeing at these rooms wasn't all black. White guys too. So she was in too deep and somebody wanted the organs, Sherry. You know firsthand, Satan plays for keeps. That hotel is a body chop shop, not just an organ harvesting operation. That's what I mentioned to him, and he said, the rooms across from the elevator are harvest rooms. We were not allowed to go in there. Sherry, some of the floors of the hotel, the halls, had a bloody smell. But I always overlooked that. But now it's clear. And just because she died, they are still going to keep doing that. That's been going on for years. The owner is a Satanist. There's nothing new under the sun. But the masses are so lost in this world. Everybody's smoking weed and cigarettes, drinking, popping X, drinking lean. People in Chicago walking around like zombies. But it's not just Chicago, it's around the world. People are really brain dead. Glad I'm spiritual, and I'm going to use your word, Dad, changed my life around and gave me spiritual eyes, because everybody isn't going to see what the Father shows us. I asked him, when do you think she died? Did she die that Friday, early AM hours? I'm going to say earlier in the week, he said. Everything was fixed. They took her organs for sure because that's what Satanists do. It was like a big movie script. But all a big movie script. Everybody got paid, especially Mama. Don't even bother about that. It is what it is, sis. Love you, sis. Keep putting the truth out. I always listen to you, my blah blah. He always spoke highly of you. He has a friend who listens to my radio shows. In regard to the kitchen body parts video, and I'm going to show it, I was asking him about this particular video of an employee who showed part of the kitchen where there were human body parts stuffed in the fridges, but he was describing what was going on in this kitchen, but it was blurry and you couldn't really see. I'm going to show it at the end of this clip. Yes, and he replied to it, yes, I'd say that's legit, that video. They cleaned that kitchen. That was one of the rooms that stay locked. He was referring to that kitchen I'm going to show in this video. And so their general impression, folks, was that on Friday night, all these kids showed up, and it was just some kind of scripted reenactment. He doesn't believe there was a real death that took place that Friday night. To the people there, everything going on that night was fake and scripted because they were going in hallways that were blocked off from the general public. No one goes in there unless you have special permission. The manager obviously being in on it. All of the different people coming in and out of those hallways that weren't part of the hotel staff, weren't part of the hotel itself. The security guards running around with costume uniforms on, they weren't real security guards from Crowne Plaza, folks. It was all reenactments. It was all fake. And this is from the words of employees themselves from Crowne Plaza that night. I'm going to show you those video clips we were mentioning.
Okay, this is what they didn't want to show you about Kenneka. Alright? This is the whole kitchen. They edited everything out, and it looks super different. Alright? Everything. And there's people in here. Okay? That's where the freezer was, back there. She walked past all of this. This bitch was in there too. She set the whole thing up. Look at that. Body parts in there. You seen the head in the bag? Look. That was a head. You seen that?